Fairbanks Focus is a locally produced public affairs program created in part by University of Alaska Fairbanks, KTVF, and Fairbanks Economic Development Corporation.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us here at Fairbanks Focus Alaska View. I'm Annette Pearson, and I'd like to take a moment to wish a very big congratulations to former Fairbanks Focus member Samantha Larson, now Samantha Stamm. Congratulations on getting married this last summer and on your new baby boy, born earlier this month, Mr. Dean Tyler. So Sam, we wish you well, and we miss you around here in Fairbanks, and big congratulations on your growing family. Today I am joined by Jennifer Jollis, the president of the board for Stone Soup, and Denise Carter from Quota, and they're here to talk about some big excitement happening with the SHAM event this year. Thanks for joining me today, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Awesome. And so Denise, we were talking a little bit before we got started today about Quota and what you guys do. Tell us a little bit about Quota, just for our audience members who may not be familiar.
Okay, Quota is a nonprofit organization. It's international, and our chapter is celebrating our 60th anniversary this year. We focus on speech and hearing and disadvantaged women and children and scholarships. And so one of our big fundraisers is the SHAM Fashionelle, which this year is our 54th SHAM. And it is a dinner and a fashion show, entertainment, and dancing afterwards.
Well, that sounds pretty exciting. How is Quota spelled? And if people wanted to go check out who you guys are and what you're all about, is there like a website to do that?
Yes, it's spelled Quota, and we have a website, and also we have a Facebook page. And so you can get there by Quota Fairbanks. And
so Quota Fairbanks, is it like quotafairbanks.com is the whole thing, or just?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
And so I've been in Fairbanks for a long time. Well, 10 years. I guess somewhat long time, but and I'm not really familiar with Quota, and I'd never heard of them. I know you guys do lots of work with the speech and hearing, and you said that you're an international program.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. And so is that just all over the world? You guys are just working on improving communities through speech and hearing?
Yes, through speech and hearing and disadvantaged women and children. And in Fairbanks, we have a speech and hearing committee that focuses on that. We have a disadvantaged women and children committee. We focus on that. Some of the things we do is every month we have a dinner for SOAP, and we do a Pioneer's birthday party every month. We always sponsor a family Christmas time, and then various other things within the community.
Now, are you guys ever looking for funding or volunteers?
Always looking for volunteers. We'd love to have new members. We have applications on the website that tells what we're involved with and what our goals are. And then they can fill out an application, tells you when we have our meetings, which are always at the Westmark the first Tuesday of the month.
Well, and I know that you guys sponsor the SHAM event every year.
Yes, that's our big fundraiser.
And this is the 54th year.
Yeah, 54 years.
That's pretty exciting. So when is it going to be this year?
This year it's October 5th.
Oh, cool.
It's always a black tie event, so it's a chance to get dressed up, which doesn't happen a lot in Fairbanks.
No.
And we have local stores, boutiques that are involved, and some of the local dance studios in town will be doing entertainment for us.
Cool. And like a whole fashion show. Now you were telling
Yes.
me that like all these different, there's several businesses, and hopefully we don't offend anyone if we forget them here, but some of the different people who are helping donate some of the fashions for the fashion show are like.
Yeah, we have Cindy's Boutique, In My Elements, Jade, Prospectors, Urban Vibe, Fireweed,
Designer's Closet.
Designer's Closet.
And you were saying the Prospector too.
Yes.
And
they've been part of it for several years.
Oh, that's really cool. And I know that you guys raise funds for some of your things, but you're also raising funds for a whole bunch of community support, and you're donating to different community nonprofits.
Yes, every year we pick a nonprofit that we want to help support, and then this year we picked Stone Soup. They just made a move, and so we're helping them out with their
new facilities.
Yes.
So, and Jennifer, tell us a little bit about, because I know you were here last year,
right
around Christmas, and we talked about some of the events that you guys were gearing up for your move,
right,
and the soup off. So, yeah, tell us about your new spot.
So the move happened. We moved into the new space on Gaffney, which is right across from Co-op Market. We moved in there on January 7th, and it's so great. The space is light and bright, and people seem to respect it a lot. We've used it for, people have rented it for like a bar mitzvah and things like that, but mostly what it is, it's a wonderful, wonderful home for our guests, and every morning they come in, and we serve breakfast, as you know, between we open at 7:30 and for coffee and being warm and pastries and toast and things, and then a full hot breakfast or a full hot meal at 8:30, and then we have sack lunches to go. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but for some people who come, it's really important to have a place where they're welcomed, where they're known, where they're seen, and also a place to be warm. Maybe this is the only hot meal that they have all day. We are mostly volunteers. When we moved into the new space, we were able to hire a part-time cook who's wonderful, and so we've been able to do more with the meals, and we want to move into doing bigger lunches, sack lunches, so people can have things over the weekend and things like that. We feed probably 500 unique individuals, and I mean unique in the way that people talk about, unique visitors to a website every year. Over 22,000 meals, and we think probably about 4,000 volunteer hours every year. So that's what we do, and we're so grateful to Quota for picking us, because the need always goes on. I mean, and it's so wonderful that you can help us in this way. We're really grateful, and I'm really grateful because I've never been to the Sham, and I'm going this year.
Awesome.
I'm going to see those 40 models strutting their stuff, and I'm just really excited.
Well, and Jennifer and I were talking too. So 54 years.
Yeah.
54 years of the same event, and I think that a lot of our viewers just don't know about it and would love to come see something like this. So you guys you were saying something about you even have like someone coming from Broadway?
Yes, we're bringing in a lady from New York, a Broadway singer. Her name is Reagan Richards, and she's going to be performing at the Sham. Our theme is Diamonds and Divas, and the show is going to be bringing Broadway to Fairbanks.
Oh,
wow.
Cool.
So we have some wonderful acts, stuff from Dreamgirls and The Wiz and Footloose. It's just a variety. Higgitus Figgitus, which is going to be a really cute one. So a lot of really fun stuff going on.
And Dance Theater of Fairbanks is working with you guys?
Yes, they're the ones doing Higgitus Figgitus.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Very cool. Well, that should be a really exciting event. Now, if someone wanted to get tickets, are there still tickets available to go?
Yes, there are. Tickets are available. They're at the Denali State Bank downtown. Mm-hmm. They're open from 10 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Cool.
So, and there's still tickets available.
Awesome. And is there an auction too at the event?
Yes, we're going to have a silent auction as well, and we've got some wonderful stuff. We've got local artists who are doing stuff. We have one of our own, Olga Helgeson, who painted the poster that we have, and she painted it and we framed it, and it's going to be absolutely beautiful, and that will be in the auction as well.
That'll be really neat, and that's coming up this coming weekend, the 4th of October.
5th of October.
5th of October. Okay.
The 4th, we're going to be at Bobby's for First Friday, and Reagan Richards will be there, and would be sort of our premiere.
Oh, cool. So like a little preview. So if people aren't able to make it to the actual event, they can come still see the Broadway singer at Bobby's. Now,
Yes.
are they able to donate to the cause or help you out in any way at
Absolutely.
Bobby's?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, we will be available to do that as well.
Very good, very good. It's really exciting. I mean, it's really exciting. I know you guys have donated to, you guys do a lot of stuff in Fairbanks and around Fairbanks, and it sounds like on a real regular basis.
Yeah.
So I had never heard about the Pioneer birthday either.
Oh, they absolutely love it. They just so look forward to that.
And so that's, you were saying that you come in every month and just
Yes.
celebrate everybody in the Pioneers home
Yep,
whose birthday
we
is that
bring in
month.
entertainment, ice cream and cake, and
It kind of reminds me of being in elementary school. And it's nice to know that you guys are doing that, with the pioneers too, because know
Right.
it's so nice when people are celebrating your birthday.
And there's
Right,
no
and
age
it's-
limit. There's no age
No.
limit on cake and ice cream. I mean,
No,
kindergarten
and-
on up, all the way.
we have the quotarians come in, but a lot of times they bring their kids or their dogs, and so it's very much fun.
One of those things where it's like, it sounds like it's going to be a really awesome event, and it's really exciting. Who's doing your food, out of curiosity?
The Westmark.
With Westmark. Okay,
Yes,
cool.
and we're having a sit-down dinner.
Very nice. And if people, is there a phone number that people can call that you know offhand by chance? Like if they want more information or how to get involved, if people don't have the internet out there?
Yeah, absolutely. They can call me at my cell. It's 460-9800.
Okay, awesome.
And I can answer any questions they have.
Oh, very cool. Well, it sounds like it's going to be a wonderful event. If you haven't bought your tickets, remember they're available at Denali State Bank, so get out there and get them soon. And so we'll see you at Bobby's on Friday night for some excellent art.
Yeah.
And some checking out some Broadway singers. That sounds pretty exciting. We don't get a lot of Broadway
No.
in Fairbanks. And
2 weeks every summer. That's
2
it.
weeks every summer.
That's it.
That's right.
Yes. And our Diamonds and Divas, we have some very beautiful divas, and they are going to be styled by Bill Van Diver.
Okay.
And he is out of Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
He's a stylist to the stars.
Wow.
And he's
Oh,
going to come
wow.
up and style our divas.
Whoa.
So,
That's pretty cool.
yes.
I want to know what you're going to wear.
Oh, we're also doing Stella and Dots, which is jewelry.
Oh, Stella and Dots. That's a jewelry maker. I'm not familiar with that
it's
one.
a home-based
Oh,
jewelry line, and they're going to be in the show. This is the first time we've done something like that.
Fun.
cool. So, are there going to be any diamonds at your silent auction?
I don't think so.
Well, if
That
anybody,
would be nice.
Yeah.
if there's any jewelers out there who's interested in donating to Coda some diamonds for them for their silent auction,
Yeah.
get a
Oh,
hold
we
of
would
Denise.
more than welcome it.
Well, thanks again, ladies, for coming on this morning. We really appreciate having you. And we're real excited about Stone Soup's new location,
Yes.
right over there, right next door to the Forget Me Not books and the Literacy Council and by the Coin King.
And can I say, if people want to see it, we do First Fridays. And so next First Friday, while you're at Bobby's,
Yeah.
we'll be hosting Daniel Kennedy and his beautiful watercolors. We'll have coffee and soup and cornbread. So if you just want to stop in to see what this community has done, please do, 5 to 8.
That sounds wonderful. Well, and I know we were talking a little bit before too. For all of you First Friday people out there, Stone Soup hosts one. The Literacy Council, Forget Me Not Books, hosts one next door. And now with Co-op Market across the street, you have a whole other little section that you can First Friday
Yeah,
at.
you can go to, what is it, Bad Girls of the North,
Bad Girls of
and
the
just
North.
keep coming, and then end up at Bobby's.
Yes.
Yeah,
To hear the singing,
exactly.
yes.
And all within walking distance too, so that way you can have your cocktail at Bobby's.
Sounds wonderful.
Well, thanks again for
Thank
coming
you.
on. Next up, we have we're happy to welcome our brand new host, Annie Bartholomew, for the second half of our show. And we look forward to seeing you again next week.
Hello and welcome back to the second half of Fairbanks Focus, Alaska View. I'm Annie Bartholomew here with Odette Butler from the Breast Cancer Detection Center.
Hi.
Hi, Odette.
Hi.
Can you tell me a little bit about your organization?
Sure. The Breast Cancer Detection Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and our mission is to provide mammograms to women throughout the state of Alaska. We've got a clinic here in Fairbanks, and we have a truck that goes throughout the state of Alaska to provide mammograms to women. Part of our mission is to make it a pleasant experience, if that's possible, for a mammogram, so that women continue to have their mammograms repeatedly throughout their lives, so that they can, if they do have cancer, they can detect it early. We also provide education to the community about the importance of self-breast exams and mammograms and early detection.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your educational programs?
Sure. We do health fairs throughout the state of Alaska also, but primarily here in Fairbanks. We've been to Delta, for example, and Cantwell, and a lot of places that invite us to go to do health fairs. We do the Women's Affair every year, and we try to have information about breast cancer there, and we play fun games so that we engage people so that they can talk about breast cancer. We have a really cool game that we play where they have to guess how many Skittles are in the bra of a breast that we have, of a bust that we have at the Women's Affair. And guys really kind of, at first, are really shy about it, but it brings them out and it gets us started talking about the importance of self-breast exams and mammograms and things like that. So that's what we do.
Great. And do you travel to these communities with your detection vehicle?
Yes, we have a 34-foot Freightliner truck that we take throughout the state of Alaska. Our techs and myself drive the truck. It's just below the requirements for CDL, but it's as big as a truck that you'd need to drive with a CDL. But we go, and some of the places where we go to, for example, we were in Haines this summer, and we went to a lot of villages like Kluwak and Angoon, and all these places that you have to reach with a barge, on a barge system. And so we load up the truck on the barge and we go to those places. We actually, this year, we did 425 mammograms just in the villages of Angoon and Kluwak. So, that part of it was really awesome. Usually that part of the state is handled by Bartlett Hospital, and they invited us out to go to do that this year, and we were out there for a whole month doing that.
What's people's reaction when they first see the truck roll up?
They're really excited to see it. We used to have our old analog system. We drive up in a van, a smaller van, and this thing is like tremendous, and it brings a big message when it rolls in. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's a big pink truck, and it has several sides to it. One of the things we did to help pay for the $550,000 truck was to sell sponsorships to local people, and so in order to get your name on the truck, it was $5,000, and we're still doing that. We have a portion of the truck that's for survivors, and it's got a memoriam on there for survivors that are still living and for those that have passed. And so in order to get a family member's name on there, it's $1,000, and so there's names on there. On the opposite side of it, we also have 1 year Barbara LaValle did a print for us where it depicted our little van going into a village and Native women in their Native dress, and we've sold that original at one of our galas for like $3,400, but and we also sold prints. But when we got the truck, it was just such a depiction of our mission that we asked her for permission to put it on the truck. So when you look at the truck, it's right on there, and it's really it just tells the whole story pretty much. So, but I think the cool part about it is in the past when we've gone to the villages with our van, we've had to unload the equipment, roll it into a clinic, which meant they needed to have doors big enough to get our equipment in. Now with the truck, they can walk into the truck. It's heated and air conditioned because of the equipment on it. There's a little waiting area when they go in and they register, and then they go to the back to the actual room where they can have their exam done. It's so convenient both for us and for them that I think they're really, I think it's pretty cool.
How many Alaska Native women do you serve, or what percentage of the group that you serve is Alaska Native?
Well, that changes depending on how many we reach in the villages. Some of the times going out during the summer, if they're at fish camp, for example, it's real hard to reach them. But the portion, I would say proportionately, they're about 40% of the patients that we treat. We do take insurance and Medicare, and we do see women that are not low income. And I don't consider our program a low income program. We provide mammograms regardless of their ability to pay, but that doesn't mean you have to be low income to qualify. We don't turn anybody away. So that brings in a lot of different demographics of women that come for our services. You don't have to be poor. One of the things we pride ourselves on, which is part of our mission as well, is making an exam something that you're not afraid of. And so we realize that there's a lot of women who've never had an exam when they come. So when you walk through our doors, I don't know if you've ever been to our building, but it's almost like going to grandma's house. It's really relaxed and laid back. We schedule more time for patients than normally is scheduled at any other place. If there is anxiety, our techs are really well trained to talk to them and kind of lower that anxiety. Any questions they have, we answer. Now with digital, it's even though we can't tell them what we see on the screen, they can see their exam right on the screen as soon as the mammogram is done. So that kind of helps them, kind of sets them at ease. We usually do a survey when they walk out, and I honestly, in the 5 years we've been doing a survey, I think we've had maybe 5 surveys where people had negative comments, and most of those were due to their anxiety, and usually when we see that, we follow up with them and we explain why things are a certain way, and so we take care of, the surveys. But the thing is, there's follow through, there's trust, there's convenience, and there's patience. That's what the women really want. And so that's what we're selling to all the women, including the ones that can choose where they want to go. I mean, we hope that they choose the convenience, because women with insurance help us with our bottom line. So that's just, so we're happy to serve all of them.
So what's next for BCDC?
Wow, what's next for BCDC? It is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month is coming up in October. We are using the breast bout tonight as our kickoff.
What is a breast bout?
The breast bout is the roller derby girls have partnered up and gotten together, and instead of it being a competition, one team against another, they've put several teams and invited several teams, women from throughout the state, to make up 2 teams to bout against each other tonight, all for the cause, all for BCDC. We're raising money for BCDC, and it's a fun event because last year when they did it, and this year again, they've all chosen to change their names for this bout to booby names. Like my name is Lots of Tatas because I'm surrounded by them all day long. But it's gonna be a fun event.
And what do people wear, roller girls participating in the event?
Well, they wear the regular gear, except for this bout, there's the pink team and the black and pink team. And some of the star player shirts will be auctioned off during the event to raise money. But they're pretty much in gear.
Great. Can you tell me about your other events happening in
Sure.
October? You've got a lot.
We've got a lot. We've got the community dinner and auction that's coming up that Safeway puts on to raise money. Safeway every year has been really supportive of us. Last year they gave us $80,000, and this year we're looking at raising that much again. But there's little events that go on, in the CDNA dinner is one of them that goes on with Safeway. Boston's is doing Let's Save Second Base on October 22nd, which is a live auction, actually a silent auction. We have Cha-Cha for the Tatas too. This is our second year doing it. It's a Zumbathon that we have for 3 hours.
A Zumbathon?
A Zumbathon, and it's Friday the 25th at the Alaska Club this year. We also have a rummage sale that begins on the 1st of October and goes through the whole month of October. And last year, that event by itself raised $17,000. And then, of course, we have our gala that's coming up October 4th, which is back-to-back with Sham. It's ours first and then theirs. Last year, we brought in about $100,000 with that event, and we're hoping to raise $125,000 this year. Unlike a lot of nonprofits, our costs are really high, and all these events help us meet those needs. So come out to any of these events and have a good time, I guess.
So where are you located if people in the Fairbanks area are interested in your services?
We're located at 1905 Cowell Street, which it's a big brown building on 1905 Cowell Street, and our phone number is 479-3909. One thing people need to know is we do require that people get a referral before they come to us so we could follow up on their mammogram. But pretty much you can call our office at 479-3909 to make an appointment.
And how often should women get mammograms?
Women should get mammograms depending on their history. Well, actually, they should get a mammogram every year. But depending on their history, that's what determines when their first one should be. What we're telling people is talk to your doctor and see what he recommends, because there's different methods of thought on it. If you've got a family history, it's age 35. You should get your baseline. But if you don't have family history, age 40. The history part now is kind of changing depending on which doctor you talk to. So I would recommend that you get your annual exam and have your doctor tell you when to start your first baseline, and then follow up every year after that.
Great. And if people are looking to volunteer with your organization, how can they do that?
They can go on our website. Our website is www.bcdcofalaska.org, or they can call us at 479-3909, or they can go on our Facebook page, which is Breast Cancer Detection Center of Alaska. And the website itself has a sheet that you can fill out with all of these events that are coming up, and you can click on whichever ones you want, and we will call you back.
And what kind of experience do people need to volunteer with your organization?
They don't need any experience. All they need is to care about breast cancer and to care about the importance of of early detection. And also if they want to have fun, because our events are all fun. And if you have time on your hands and you want to help out and have a good time, I suggest you look on that list and you'll find something.
Great. And can you give me a quick wrap-up of those events again?
Okay, so we've got the gala coming up October 4th, the community dinner and auction October 16th, the Boston Save the Second Base October 22nd, Cha-Cha for the Tatas October 25th, and the rummage sale that goes the whole month of October, and that's going to be over at the old Gottschalk's Mall.
Great. Thank you for watching Fairbanks Focus Alaska View. I'm Annie, and thank you for coming on the show today, Odette. To learn more about our program, visit fairbanksfocus.com.